Give me a second here. I gotta do some quick minute doohickeys. Get people in here and let you guys funnel in. Who am I talking to? Oh, you guys. Hi. Blow.
Haha.
Send. There we go. Whoop, I'll send one more. Share. More. Do-do. And Anthony. If I already sent you one, I'm sorry. As if I cared. Ooh. Hey! Let's see who's in here with me. If you guys are just joining the live stream, welcome. And feel free to say hi in the chat and let me know who's here. Because I love being able to answer people's questions that have any about truck driving. Because I am a commercial truck driver, just getting a start in YouTube, trying to get my feet wet with YouTube, just to get a feel for it and see how it goes. Blah, blah, blah. And they're all gone. Goody. Recent. Hey, sorry, just pulling up on Facebook. Search. Here we go. And I'm gonna do one quick thing before I get in here and do all of this. Post this to Facebook to let anybody else know who wants to come in and do anything. Hello. New to the video? feel free and just take a second and say hi over in the chat so I can address any questions and concerns you may have on this channel. If I do have the chat disabled, I will turn it on in a minute. Nope. Whoops. Whoa. Not trying to poke you here. Hand, get out of the way. Technology, gotta love when it works. We're good. Ow. That was my leg. You're gonna hear something in a minute? No, not alcohol. Just Mountain Dew. Because I can tell I can go on this this topic for quite a while. I really don't want my throat to dry out. I know I should be drinking water, but water's bland and boring. I'm going to be bouncing from the chat here and Facebook, because first actual live stream after doing this properly. So let's just say I would hope you guys would be understanding about that. That's why it's acting like a goof. Like a goof. Oops. Gotta get logged back into my stuff. I'll be right back, guys. Oh, boy. Lovely, lovely duckies. There. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yes, I'm a smoker. I'm going to try and quit before I do go to a mega trucking company. Let's do this one last time. love technology when it wants to work. Sorry about that, guys, if you're just joining me again. I had technical difficulties. My phone came unplugged. Hello. For you guys just joining, I've had technical difficulties. My phone was on a very low percentage of battery, and my phone came unplugged, and let's just say I figured that out a little too late, and it didn't go as I wanted it to. So, I'm back. Hi. Okay, where did that go? No. Stop. Technology, gotta love when it works. For you guys just joining me, if you'd like to say hi in the chat down below, if I have it enabled, just let me know who's in here with me and start asking questions, and I'll answer them. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth from YouTube to Facebook just to see who I got with me. And if I don't get to your question, it's not that I didn't answer or didn't want to answer it. It's just I might not have seen it. So don't get discouraged. So feel free. Ask it a couple times, and if I don't get to it, it's just that I might not have seen it. It should be down here, Tony. And it just should say chat. And it should let you send me a message through the chat on here just to say something. Okay, what was I going to do now? Oh yeah, put this on Facebook. So people could actually see that I'm live, and if they want to come see, I can let them. Oh boy, where did this one go? Autumn! She's online. Let's add Autumn. I'll be right back, Tony. Paula, Autumn, done. Send. Did it. Took me a minute to figure it out, but I found it. Darn it. I'd have to relight my cigarette. Yes, Tony, I know it's a bad habit. You did. Good job. So feel free, Tony, to ask me a question. As long as it's about trucking. Or in this case, anything you want, because I do believe you're the only one in here with me. Yes, I know I should quit smoking. I know. I know it's bad. Ow, 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 ow. Whoa. You mean what can other truck drivers do to make the road safe for other vehicles? Because I think autocorrect might have got you there, Tony. But what we can do as truck drivers for anybody else on the road is to actually get the notice out there of if you can't see our mirrors, we can't see you. So don't get right up on our trailer doors because we can't see you. That's our blind spot. And I'll reread the question to make sure I'm answering the right one. Just in case I'm answering it wrong, and I'd rather not answer questions wrong. That's what I was about to say. For other drivers to do or for us to do as truckers. But I reread the question. I got it now. What other drivers can do to make the roads safer. Stay up here. Don't fall down on me again. What we can, or other drivers can do for us as truck drivers is be aware. If you can't see our mirrors anywhere, you're just going to get locked because I'm not going to deal with you right now. Sorry, my iPad was being stupid. But for things that other drivers can do to help us as truck drivers would be to realize we are 74.5 feet long, and let's just say, for an example, if you see our turn signal on as you're next to us, don't think that we're just gonna come right over and push you in the ditch. We see you're there. If you're right alongside the trailer, we can see you because we have 3 mirrors that we use the most often. We have our big mirror, then we have the small mirror on our door. That's to look down and see what's right beside or right below our steps to make sure there's no one there, that we're not just going to shove you out of the way. And then we have our hood mirrors, which shoot down the length of the tractor and the trailer so we can see if you're next to us. But if we do end up starting to come over, my big piece of advice is if you're right next to the tractor, put your foot in it, get past, because A, he's just either being a butthead, or B, he just didn't see you. Another thing that you guys can do to make it safer for us would be, this is for daytime, is flash your headlights at us, or high beams at us, when we're in the left lane on like 151 and passing. That tells us you're clear, get back over here before someone tries to get in behind you. And if you see us flicking our lights on and off on the trailer, that means that we're saying thank you. Don't take it as we're hitting bumps and our truck's short circuiting. That's not it. It's us saying thank you, because that's a common courtesy that we do for each other as truckers. And hi to who just joined. Feel free to go down here in the chat and say hi. And let me answer a question if you have one about trucking. Well, I answer the last question I was just asked. For things that truckers can do to be safer on the road is don't try and cheat your logs, because when you cheat your logs, the DOT will find out and you're not going to be in service and you might lose your CDL. So let's just say you cheat your logs, you're going to get caught. The reason the DOT don't want you cheating on your logs is we have a set time we can drive, because they have apparently done studies and they decided we can only drive for so many hours before we need to take a mandatory break, get out of the truck, wake ourselves back up, because we're not just driving for us, we're driving for everybody around us. So if some guy don't realize we need that space in front of the truck, and you just whip right in front of us and slow down, you're in our stopping distance. You're in our safety net. That's our safety zone. So don't take it as, if you get honked at by the air horn, that we're not just trying to scare the crap out of you. We're trying to tell you, get out of my way. I'm trying to avoid causing an accident. Because as professional truck drivers, we take the responsibility every time we get behind the wheel of a tractor trailer. If something does go wrong, we are the trained professionals. We are put on a higher pedestal by the DOT, local law enforcement, and state patrol. And I can tell you right now, DOT are about as friendly as a bobcat with an ass full of sand spurs. So, be nice, be courteous to the DOT. They're doing their job like you're doing your job. It's not they're trying to come down hard on you. Just don't cuss them out and don't be a butthead. Be nice, be courteous. They won't bug you unless something is majorly wrong with the truck. If there's something majorly wrong with your truck, they will place you out of service and tell you what is wrong. But if they ask, can we see your logs, and your company didn't get around to putting a e-log sticker on your truck, tell them, I'm running e-logs, so if you want to see my e-logs, feel free and I can show you my logs from the window. Just like getting stopped in a regular car. Do not make sudden movements without letting them know ahead of time what you're doing. Because just like a regular police officer, they don't know if you're going for a concealed weapon or trying to hurt them, and it just makes them nervous. So tell them ahead of time that, alright, I'm gonna move my hand over here to my e-log and I will show you my hours of service that I am running right now. That way they know what you're doing, that you're not going to try and go for a concealed weapon. And I'm going to give everybody this heads up. Do not bring a weapon into the truck if it is against your company's policies, because they give you a pamphlet at every driver orientation. For the mega companies, they give you a pamphlet saying what the driver rules are, what their policies are, and if they say no weapons, they mean no switchblades, no guns, no weapons. Unless they tell you you cannot have a pocket knife to use personally for repairs on the truck, for cutting, what would I want to say? Zip ties. That's what I was looking for. Zip ties. So that way you don't have that big long stub at the back of the zip tie. Because if you have to put a zip tie under the hood, I'd rather be safe than sorry than having it get caught and tearing whatever I'm fixing. And hello to the new person that just joined. Feel free to go down here in the chat and just say hi, and if you have a question, feel free to ask it and I will answer. This is more of a Q&A session about trucking. If you're on the fence about truck driving, I can give you first-hand experience from many years growing up in the industry with my grandfather. And now I'm a certified or CDL driver. And the shocking part is I am only 20 years old. I know I look a little older, not with the blonde, but it is doable right after graduation as long as you study hard, because the DOT wants you to be able to identify everything in the truck, on the truck, and what is not working. There's about 96 parts of your tractor trailer they want you to know for your pre-trip. And if you don't get an X amount, right, it varies state by state. Because like if you do what I did, is go to, excuse me, got the hiccups. If you go to your local trucking school, like I went to our local trucking school, or one of our local trucking schools, and you have a class of I'm going to say about 40 is what we had in my class, maybe 35. But you usually go out with the people you're in the training truck with. The first person's always the unluckiest person. When you do go for your CDL, they always get the all over pre-trip. If you're the second or third guy, or fourth, the instructor or the tester will tell you what he wants you to identify. If he wants you to go from the back of the tractor to the back of the trailer, just the engine compartment and some of the air hose or air system. So let's just say not every truck driver is a bad person. We might be having a bad day because we just got news from home, news from our family about another family member that's in the hospital, and they don't think they're going to make it. Because being a truck driver, I will give you this heads up. Being a truck driver, you're going to miss a lot. You're going to miss birthdays, graduations. I hate to get morbid, but funerals. You're going to miss births. You're going to miss holidays. If you do OTR, and what OTR stands for is over the road. And the whole trucker's attitude towards that is, I own the road. No, we don't. The state owns the road. You guys have just as much of a right on it as we do. We're not any better, we're not any worse than anybody else. Like I said, if you've met a bad truck driver in your life or on the road, I am truly sorry as a professional driver that they decided to be unprofessional and act like that. And just take a minute out of your day to say thank you to a truck driver. Don't matter if it's a tanker, if it's any truck driver, just say thank you, because we're in the thankless industry where we all do this anonymously. No one knows who we are. No one, to my knowledge, really cares who did it. And that's all we ask for, is a thank you here and there, and give us some room and cut us some slack. It takes us about the length of a football field to stop on dry pavement. And let's not get all technical with the weather conditions, the road conditions. That statistic, and I know I'm messed up, but that is proven through the tests they have done and is regulated by the DOT. And for anybody who is unfamiliar with the DOT just stands for Department of Transportation. Then you have your multiple sub-levels. The regular car drivers, you guys deal with the DMV and the cops. We deal with the DOT, the DMV, and local police, or police officers. The DOT and regular police officers can basically do the same thing. And the DOT are the ones running the weigh stations for the trucks. So, like I've said, just cut us some slack, give us some room, and if we are not doing something right away, it doesn't mean we're just trying to impede your progress. We are trying to make sure we can do everything by the book, safely, and professionally. That means if we don't know if we can turn right on red, we'd wait for that, or if we think the lane is too narrow, we don't want to risk it, because we are put on a higher pedestal, because we are professionally trained drivers. And like I've said, it's not a job. You have to look at it as a lifestyle. If you don't look at it as a lifestyle, the trucking industry will chew you up and spit you out. If you look at it just as a job, buddy, I'm here to tell you, you ain't gonna last in the trucking industry. It's not just a job, it's a lifestyle. If you think you can drive a car perfectly fine and not have any issues, you might be able to go for your CDL, because you have to pass a DOT inspection, or what I call the inspection, which is the DOT physical. And if the DOT physical says you can drive, that's when I'd start getting into training with a mega company that tells you they have training facilities. Like Schneider, Swift, JB Hunt, I don't think has one, but I could be wrong. But like I've said, we're not here to be the big butt heads of the road. We're here doing our job. And all I ask is, when you pass us, please do not just flip us the bird for absolutely no reason. If it's windy out and we start coming over in your lane, we might not be aware that we are, because we have so much to keep track of. We have to keep track of our vehicle, our trailer, our lane control, and everybody else around us, what they're doing. And my favorite saying is, a tractor trailer in the wind, it's just like a big windsock. If the tractor's not moving over the line and the trailer is, it's because it's a big windsock. And you can even go on here on YouTube and actually pull up videos of a truck driver that is not aware that his trailer was in the oncoming, or encroaching on another lane, because we have so many blind spots on that tractor trailer. And another one of my favorite sayings that I was taught is, if you can't see our mirrors, we can't see you. So always make sure you're in a place, be it behind us, beside us, that if you can't see our mirrors, we don't know where you are. It's not that we're not looking for you, it's just we really can't see where you are. It's not like a car where we have windows all around us. The only windows we have are the driver's door, the passenger's door, and the windshield. And if you're lucky, a sunroof. But really not a sunroof, just more of a window to let in natural light. But like I've said before, the reason I am so gung-ho on trying to change people's opinions on truck drivers is, I just want people to understand that we're all not bad people. We might be having an off day, we might not be taking into account the weather conditions, or we're just tired. That's another thing about driving truck, is you're going to be sleep deprived. Because you might have a dispatcher that really likes to jerk you around and just tries to force you to do stuff that you know you don't want to do, or they know you don't want to do. If they say, we have a load that's going down to Florida, do you think you can pull it? And you tell them, no, I can't pull it right now. Or I can't make it all the way to Florida today, but I can try and get there. Because every week we get a 70-hour drive clock. And we have multiple levels under that. We have what we call 16-hour drive time. We have 12-hour drive time. And multiple sub-levels. God. I really need to finish this cigarette so I can get it out of my hand. Because this is going to drive me crazy. That, and I'm a little tired. I was up early this morning. But, like I've said, we're not all bad people. We might be having a very off day where we just got word from home that a loved one passed. And we don't see any room to stop. Because we are about, like I've said, 74.5 feet long. That is with a conventional sleeper, or a truck with a sleeper, is about 20 feet long in just the tractor. Then you have the 53-foot trailer. And it's just something you have to be passionate about. If you like driving, if you're a people person, and I know I'm going to get this comment down below. Truck driving is not just sitting about on your butt doing nothing. You literally have to be in control of your vehicle while monitoring your vehicle, everybody else's vehicle, and the trailer. And when I say in control of your vehicle, I'm meaning the tractor, the trailer, and we're not just out there watching out for us. We're watching out for everybody around us. And I know I get redundant with it. It's just, I'm trying to get people familiar with the idea of 3 main points. If you've dealt with a driver that just seem like a butthead, probably because they are. But most of us are trained professionals, and we take our job seriously. Sometimes I take my job a little too seriously. But we love what we do. It's not that we don't love what we do. There are sacrifices you have to make. If you have pets at home and your company does not allow pets, ask a family member if they would not mind taking in your pet until you get home and you can make arrangements. 'Cause I have a really weird pet, 'cause I don't know why. I really don't. But I love my weird pet. She's my little child, but not really. And yes, before this goes on any too longer, I will tell you my pet. My pet is a snake. Don't ask why I have a snake. I just wanted a snake because I'm not up for that potty training a puppy, litter training a kitten, that and you don't have to listen to meowing all night, barking all night. And in my personal opinion, snakes are cool. But like I said, that's my personal opinion. But if people really want to see what it is like to be a truck driver, I can give you some recommendations on good people to check out here on YouTube. There's the Jade and John Show. There's Jay Canal. There's Allie Knight. There's Pink Barbie Doll. I'm trying to think who else. Trucker Brown. Indiana Jack. And Lil Dog. Those are... Oh, and Trucker Josh. I forgot about Trucker Josh. Almost forgot about him. And this isn't me calling any of them out. I'm just trying to get newer people recommendations on if they want to see what a truck driver does on a daily basis, go check them out. And I'm pretty new, and I'm doing this off my phone for now. So I would not be able to link any of their channels at this moment. But in the future, I will link their channels. And I know I've been talking for 47 minutes now. Man, it seems like time flies when you're having fast. See? Backwards. Whoops. Haha. Time flies when you're having fun. And I'm not here to get on my soapbox and preach and whine and complain about everything that happens. It's me just trying to get people used to the fact of share the road with us. Understand. We're bigger, we're longer, and we weigh more. And I'm not bragging, I'm just letting everybody know. We can be pulling 44,000 pounds of weight behind us. And we cannot stop on a dime. It takes us about the length of a football field to stop. So just keep that in mind. If you pass in front of us and get in front of us, don't, and I repeat, do not slow down. And don't sit there and mess with us by hitting your brakes and just trying to play a big game of chicken. Because I can tell you, it ain't only going to irritate the truck driver you're messing with, it's going to irritate everybody else on the road behind them. Because we literally have to sit there and try and get out of the way so we don't hurt anybody. Because the trucks, I hate putting it this way, but I can't put it any other way. Trucks are a killing machine if they're not treated with respect and professionalism. If you're just driving around going, woohoo, look at me, I'm driving a big truck, you're gonna end up hurting somebody. And I hate the image of anybody getting hurt due to the lack of professionalism. I got the hiccups again. But that's all we are. We're nothing better, we're nothing worse. But we are regulated on everything. We're regulated on how much time we can drive, how many hours of sleep we have, and a bunch of other stuff that I'm not going to get into right now. It's just been, I guess, me ranting and raving and doing a Q&A. Well, ranting and raving. Because me, personally, I've had that happen where people do not treat me with respect. Where they just see some truck driver that's being an idiot. No, it ain't us being idiots. It's us trying to do our jobs. And another piece of advice I have for anybody out there driving a car, truck, SUV, when we're in the slow lane where it says slow traffic, keep to right, or keep to the right, don't sit right beside us until 30 feet before that ends. Because it's not going to end well. And I'm just trying to keep everybody safe and hopefully change some of your opinions on truck drivers. Like I've repeatedly said, we are trained professionals. Sometimes we're not professional enough. Sometimes we're too professional, where we're too safe, we're too cautious. That's me right now. I've had my CDL for 2 years now. Well, going on 2 years. And I've been driving for, I'm gonna say, at least a year. And that's bouncing from tractor trailer to straight truck and straight truck back to tractor trailer. And even if we don't have a tractor trailer, treat anybody and everybody with respect. We all have the right to be on the road. We just need to share it and get along. We don't have to like each other. We just need to deal with each other. I know that's redundant, but it's just, we need to have common courtesy, common sense, and respect. That's all we ask. And that's all I'm asking for anybody watching this. Have respect, common courtesy, and a little common sense. And I know I've been talking now for, holy cow, about 55 minutes. This will be up on my channel right after I'm done. And I'll try and keep uploading regularly. If not, it's not that I don't want to, it's just I may not have enough time to set up, get everything rolling, and start chatting with you guys. But please, feel free. Hit that subscribe button down below. That tells me that you guys want to see more content, that you like what I'm doing, and I'll keep doing it. Hit that like button. That lets me know this is the type of format you guys like. Is just me talking with you guys. And feel free to leave comments on what you think works better on Q&As, live feed, or recorded. Feel free to message me over on Facebook or here on YouTube. And I'm going to cut this in about another 4 minutes. Yep, 4 minutes. Because I don't want it to be too long and too rambly and be redundant. But thanks for sitting down and chatting with me. I really do appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys on the flip-flop. Keep the shiny side up and the greasy side down. Later.